Can you keep a secret?
Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of The Secret Meeting. I'm your host Khalida, and I'm here with my friend Chanel.
Hi.
I don't know if you guys remember her from my introduction video, but we're here to talk about something very interesting today, and she's gonna tell us how she feels about it. So, getting right into it, as the generation of women are today, would you say that you would lean towards plastic surgery as far as, you know, your body, or would you be against it?
I have my cons and pros. I mean, there's a few things I would like to adjust. One of them is my nose, and the other one is my butt. So far, yeah.
I mean, well, what is it about your nose? Like, I think that you're really pretty, so I just want to know, like, why?
My nose, I have my father's nose, and it's huge. I don't really like my nose. My mom's nose is more pointy and flat.
So, I mean, I get it, but I don't really get it because I feel like...
Because it's like, okay, when I do my makeup, it's like a lot of contouring to get what I want. And I feel like if I have the plastic surgery, it's like, all right, I don't have to do that every time. Like, I could just be fine without it.
I mean, I get what you're saying. I feel like it's still such a drastic step because it's like, you know, you have surgery, like, what if something goes wrong? What if you get, like, botched? Or, like, you know, what if you get older and you're like, I just want my own nose back?
There is that. That's why I said there's cons and pros to it. That's why you have to, like, kind of do your research on it. But, I mean, more so you really got to do self-love first, which I'm still working on. So right now it's like, I don't know if I fully want to do it yet, but it's a thought.
Okay. And would you say that, I mean, for me as a woman, I would say that it's not even a younger generation. It's like all walks of women want to get their body done. It's like a thing. I don't know if it's because of social media. I don't know if it's because of the fact that, you know, we feel like it'll help us, I guess, become more acceptable, or it'll like pave a way for us as far as like maybe meeting men, or, you know, getting things that we may want or desire. But for me, I just feel like it's a lot of pressure to look a certain way or have a certain like body structure, and it's like
because music and what you see on the internet and how people portray it in a way, kind of.
I mean, I completely agree. And would you say like that's the reason why you would like to adjust your butt? I mean, for your face, I think that's more something that you know within yourself, you know. But as far as like your body, do you feel like it's just because of the pressures of...
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
Okay, well, for me, like, I enjoy my body. Like, I enjoy my genetics. I feel like, you know, thanks to my mother and my father, it was like a great balance, you know, not too much, not too little. But if I felt, oh, how do I say this? Well, for me, I didn't naturally just feel this way. It took time for me to actually grow and mature and, you know, come into my body. Like, before I had a baby, I was like extremely thin. I had no boobs, I had no butt, you know, I was just super tall and just, you know, I guess my face did most of, you know, the attraction for me. But if I had rushed into it, like how I see like the, you know, the women are today, especially like if you don't have kids or if you're not at a certain age, I just don't understand like why you would lean towards that, because there's so many complications that could go wrong. There's so many things that can happen. And, you know, when you want to be a mom and you want to be a wife, and I feel like it's better to do those things after.
Like after you've done all the
you know, like after, you know, because it's just like, you just never know.
You don't know how your body's going to turn out after.
You know?
You might get what you wanted.
Yeah, and it's like, for me, I just feel like, not to overtake, you know, you as a person, but I just feel like you said, like, self-love is really important, you know. I feel like social media is really damaging to society. Like, how do you feel about like social media and the pressures that it puts on you, like as a person physically?
Pressures that put on me, I guess it's because it's like in my generation, it's like you gotta have the latest of this, you gotta be up to date with everything. Especially fashion trends, or if your body doesn't look a certain way, because there's a lot of body shaming. There's a lot of it. Like if you don't look like this, it's a problem. If you're not this height, it's a problem.
But for me, it's like, do you feel like a lot of times I feel like social media is not really true. Like I'm not saying that people aren't true to like what they look like, but yeah, you know,
like people, like they'll see somebody do something, so they feel like, okay, I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna do it this way, so it looks like I'm more better. Like it's always like a little competition in a way.
Yeah, but I meant like in the sense of like, you see a girl and she looks really pretty, but it's like no one's posting like when they don't have makeup. No one's posting when they're like not waist training, and you know what I'm saying, like even today, like I decided to like dress up and like, you know, put on makeup and like put on a wig. If you guys don't know, this is a wig. Yes, I made it, but either way, that's neither here nor there. But you know, it takes time. Like this is not realistic to do this every single day. Be a working person, be a person that's focused on life, trying to be successful, unless you're like a celebrity and like this is just what you do. I feel like this is like a lot. Like even for me getting ready right now is just like, this is kind of like a pain. I gotta put on these lashes. I mean, naturally I don't have an issue with makeup, but it's really just not my thing, just because I feel like there was a point where I did wear makeup all the time, and then when I took it off, I just felt so naked. Like I felt like, oh, I'm so
because
ugly.
It's like how you can't see yourself like, without it.
Yeah, you know. So for me, I try to pace myself as far as makeup, and you know, just doing certain things. And for me, social media is not like an important outlet for me, because I feel like it can become very like toxic and very, you know, like always comparing. Like, do you like look at other girls and be like, oh, I wish my body was like this?
Of course, especially with the body, the face. Like there's certain girls that's like, wow, like she don't have like no type of flaws. Like me now, I have it all. Like, and it's like, why?
But I feel like that's just unrealistic to think and to feel, because it's like they do have flaws. You just don't see it. No one's gonna post their flaws. No one's going to show you what they have to do to get to where they are, you know? Like for me, I just feel like it's such a desperation in a sense to be like unrealistic, and it's like, why? You know, it's taking away, it's like desensitizing humans, because it's like you said, like you're always comparing yourself and you're like, oh, this girl might be better than me. And so you do these things to feel like you're better than a person, but it's like, why can't we understand that we're just two different people, and you're attractive in your own way and I'm attractive in my own way? Do you feel like guys make it harder for girls to, or you think it's more of a girl on girl thing?
Could say both, because there's always the girls that could be like, oh, that's why you look like this, da 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 da. But in the girl sense, when girls say it to other girls, it's like, all right, yeah, please, like you just hating. But when a guy says to a girl like, oh, that's why you look like this, it hurts more, because that's really basically who you kind of trying to impress. And like, so it hurts more from a guy perspective. Like guys could be a little hurtful too. Like they could go a little far as to, especially if it's somebody like them throwing like a low belt, like, oh, that's why you look like this, that's why you look like that. And even if it's a little joking thing, you still in your head like, do I really look like this?
You know, I mean, that's what, to me, it's just like, it's just such a superficial world to live in. It's like, where do you get the money from? It's like, do you say, I'm gonna save the money, or am I gonna do a payment plan, when it's like, you might need to go to college, you might need to buy a car, you might need to like invest in a house or invest in a business, you know what I'm saying? Like paying to get your body done is not.
Another thing is like they do it because they feel like, okay, if I do that, I'm gonna get paid, like because they see a lot of girls get paid for doing it on Instagram and stuff, so that's kind of why they leans towards it. But Yeah, that's basically it. That's really why they do it, is because of the fast money and the
Mhm.
attention and the likes. So,
And that's what I was actually gonna get to. Like, do you really feel like genuinely feel like that is you know, something that really helps you get like ahead in life?
not necessarily, but in this generation, it is a stepping point. Like, some girls do feel like they need to do that to get to that point. I mean, it works out for some, not all,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of it doesn't always, like, you feel me? It doesn't work for them because of either they're not, I guess, not doing what they should be doing,
Mhm.
some slack.
It's just sad because I feel like women are supposed to be beautiful no matter like what they are, or like, you know, as long as you have like a
But that mostly goes in with self-love. Like, it's a lot of girls that just don't feel confident or feel like they're good enough or anything.
mm-hmm.
Either because they're getting bashed or because what they see on the internet, which I could say, like, on Instagram, it's really like that. Like, Instagram makes you feel like damn, like I should be working out. Like I'm about to go to Miami and I feel like, okay, I can't even wear a two-piece anymore because of my stomach now.
I mean, but that's the thing. Like, how old are you?
21.
You're 21. Like, you're not, you know, to be honest, I feel like how to say, the generation that we're in, I feel as though they don't take care of their bodies, like, because they feel like, okay, well, if I get fat, I could just go get lipo. If I
Because
eat,
it's like, okay, when you find out how much it is, it's like, all right, easy, 1, 2, 3.
it is easy 1, 2, 3, but I've seen people who went out their way to do it, and it's like, you're regular. Like, to me, if I'm gonna get my body done, oh, I'm gonna be on Instagram. I'm gonna be on TV.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be a video girl. Like, for me, that's the whole point. Like, why do you need to get your body done and then like be a regular person?
Because they feel like it's like, okay, I got it done, so it's just going to come to me. Like, it's going to come to me. I don't have to really do anything now.
No, and that's what I'm saying. It's like a lazy kind of mentality where it's like just like baffling. It's like, what do you mean? Just because.
And even after you get it done, here's the compro. You still have to work out to maintain that body.
And that's what I'm saying. And then you still have to continuously get touched up or get massages, or, you know, and there's people who die from it. There's people who you look crazy after it. Like, you could have just kept your old body because
That's
what you
another
got
thing.
now is like, you know, and it's just such a.
Another con with it is basically like you get it done and you feel like you're going to be happy, but you're still not satisfied because you feel like, okay, like this is not really what I wanted.
Yeah, because it's not really changing who you are on the inside.
Yeah.
It's changing who you are on the outside. You know what I'm saying? And for me, like, I've heard people say, oh, I'm going to get my body done. Like, I know someone who was sick with like an actual like disease disorder. And they was more concerned about getting their bodies done. And in my head, it was like, you're crazy. Like, you need to be worried about your health. You need to be worried about what could happen to you, you know, if things go wrong because of your health. And you need to be worried about your family, you know, like, is it that serious? Are you that like so far gone with how you feel as a person that you feel that, oh, well, once I get my body done, you know, it was like, for her, it was like, oh, yeah, now I could talk to this guy.
It's mostly to, like, impress the guys. Like, that's really what it's for. That's basically what they do it for, the attention. Because of what you hear in the videos, the music videos, and what you see.
But to me, it's like, the guy is going to be there. The guy is always going to be there. It may not be the guy that you choose, but it's still a guy. It's still someone who, you know, it's like wherever you go is a guy. You know, and for me, it's like, what makes a person so special that they cannot see who you are as a person, that you actually have to go get your body done for you to catch their attention in the first place? That's like crazy to me. Why would you want to be with a person who can't even accept you for who you are? You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, that's how I see that person. And it's like, now I'm not close with them anymore, but it's like, from what I've heard, it's like, oh, they're always out now and they're doing this and they in the club. And it's like, to be honest, like, you're almost 50. You should not want to be in the club. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
at this point.
where is your mentality at? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is, like, so far gone about you as a person that you are just so, you know, like, wrapped up in this feeling, but it's not really...
Like, okay, when you say almost 50, is it, like, basically wanting to be young again because they didn't get to do what they wanted to do early in that stage? So it's, like, trying to find, like, a midlife crisis, like, trying to find out.
I mean, honestly, at the time when they did it, I felt like like I said, you have a bigger health issue. You have a bigger problem than, you know what I'm saying? But for me, it's like, I understand what it is to want something, you know? For me, I'm very grateful for the body that I have. You know, some people don't have good genetics. Some people, you know, like, they can go on diets and they don't lose weight the same. You know, everyone's different. So I don't judge people. For me, it's just in the terms of you're doing it for a guy, or you're doing it to get paid, or you're doing it to...
So with that, you feel like you should do it just for you to do it. Like,
I feel like if you naturally want to do it and you feel like this
you want
is
to fix a little something, like, you know, that's up to you.
Like, for me,
as long as it's for you.
For me, like, I'm not a boobs girl. Like, I just don't like boobs. I think they're just, like, a waste of time. They just get in the way. So for me, like, once I'm finished having kids, I want to get a reduction. But it's not because of a guy. It's not because
of what you want.
It's because I really just don't like it. It's just something that you know, but for me, I just don't want women to feel like this is the only way I'm going to get a man, or this is the only way I can get a source of income, you know, because it's like these girls, it seems like everything's easy, but it's like they have to pay for makeup. They have to pay for hair. They have to pay for, you know, sometimes you get sponsorships, sometimes, you know.
But it doesn't last long, because after a while you get out of date. Like,
exactly. And there's always another person. There's always someone else that's new. It's always something that's, you know, better. And so it's like a fad. Like, you just did all of this to your body. You don't know what could happen. You don't know if you're going to be at risk for something. You don't know to what extent your life might change, and it's for something that's temporary. Now, if that's what you really wanted to do, and, you know, your life is complete, whether you have a man or not, then I'm pro, you know, doing what it is that you want to do, because it's like, this was solely for me. But for me, you know, I don't want young girls or just women in general to feel like I have to do this because I need to be the in girl, or I need to be alongside people who seem to be an in girl, because it's like, look at me, like, I look really dressed up and I look really pretty, but you don't know my struggles.
Yeah,
you don't
like,
know
what's going on.
You know what I deal with inside my mind, inside my brain. You know, it's just like, I could be like the saddest person on earth, but it doesn't mean that I look like that, you know, and I'm not going to look at you.
That's a lot of girls on Instagram.
And that's the thing, you know, and it creates a space where it's like, you can't even be normal. You know, you always have to dress up. You always have to look good. You always, like, for me, for some reason, if I was to become famous, I feel like I would be trapped, because it's like, I don't want to have to, like, do my hair every day. I don't want to have to put on makeup every day. I don't want to have to, you know, dress appropriately or not say certain words, or, you know, it becomes a big deal. And, you know, I just want you as a person to really be sure, like, you know, is this really what I want to do for me? And I think I would, it's not really up to me, you know, this is just my opinion, but, you know,
before I'm going to do it, like, I have been working out. I did sign up for Blink, so it's like, me and my friend we're always in the gym, but it's like, I just wish it could be a faster pace. That's why I felt like I needed to do it, but that's why I'm still waiting a little while before I even get to that point.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like, everything takes time. Like, I've been working out. I mean, I tend to look skinny because I'm tall, because of my stature, but for me, I know when I'm, like, too heavy, or it's time for me to like
tone up more.
It's time for you to take it down a notch. You know what I'm saying? So everything takes time. It's not, and that's the thing with this generation. It's like everything's a quick fix. Like I need it fast. Everything is fast, and it's like it's fast, but you need the longevity. You need like the long haul, and the long haul is always gonna be the foundation. It's always gonna be something that you can come back to, because it's like if you work out and start working out, you might actually love working out, you know what I'm saying? But you'll never know until you actually like get into it, and be consistent. And once you start to see the results, is like, oh wow, like I'm really doing it, on my own. And it creates a space of discipline, and it creates a space of like, I have the ability to change my life, you understand what I'm saying? And no one could take those fundamental things from you, because it's not just going to be about working out. It's going to be about, okay, if I want to do something, whether it's start a business, if I could discipline myself enough to change my body, then I could discipline myself enough to go back to school, or to, you know what I'm saying? And for me, that's the whole reason why I wanted to talk about this, because I feel like people really, like girls really think like they, girls that are not really in it feel like I can make money off this. And
another thing is that they're doing is not even plastic surgery, but like Accutane, like to gain the weight, to feel like they're gonna get thick at that point.
Well, and even that is like, that's a whole nother topic, but it's just so crazy, because it's like I've actually heard girls like in the past, like, oh, I don't want to get sick. When I get sick, I lose my appetite and I lose weight. And if I lose weight, I'm going to lose my butt. And it's like, it's life. I mean, you're not going to, even if you get surgery or you add something or take it away, there's still other steps to that.
Yeah.
You're still never going to look like a Barbie doll every single day. Like you said, if you get the surgery done and you eat like crap,
it's a waste of time.
Exactly.
You did all of that for nothing. And even when you do have the surgery, you still got to work out, still got to maintain the body.
Exactly. And it's like, even if you add something, you still need to keep it tight. You still need to like make sure it's not gonna fall to the ground. Like, so it's like you still have to work. And that's the thing, when you go have surgery and you add things and you subtract things, it's not a natural way for the body to form itself. Versus if you say, all right, well, I'm going to take a mass protein and I'm going to lift heavy weights. It's your body slowly starting to adjust to like, gaining the muscle, and, and even if with losing weight, it's your body slowly adjusting to, all right, well, I'm going to burn fat this time and that time. And, it just becomes something that the body's going to create like a muscle memory for. Whereas if you just slapping something on, it's like, okay, where did this come from? It's like,
and then your body has to adjust, and it's just a lot of things you got to.
Some bodies don't adjust. Some bodies reject it. Some bodies, and
a lot of bodies nowadays is rejecting, where they have to take it out now, like the boob implants and all of that stuff. Like, where it's like you see a lot of videos being posted now where it's like, oh, I have to have my implants taken out because of a leakage, or
and it's like a lot of the models that people used to look at and want to be like they're later on saying like, oh, I'm in pain and I need to reduce it and I regret it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, these people are like, before you just assume that
they just living their best life,
exactly,
and they have everything
because
great.
It's Instagram, you don't know their
they
problems.
Tell you this
exactly
story.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's not for you as women. I just think that we are creating like a culture where we look a certain way, and it's spilling over into the men feeling like they have to be a certain way to attract the girl that's a certain way. And it's becoming like a balance that's just like unbalanced, because it's like you said, for you to be on Instagram, you gotta have a nice body and you gotta wear the latest trends. And it's like, where is this young man getting this money from to support you in this dream? You understand what I'm saying? And it's like, even you as a person, like, how are you supporting this dream? How are you going about doing this and doing it in a way where it's not putting you out the way, or you're not, because it's like an average person just saying, oh, I want to get my body done. It just doesn't work like that.
There's people that save up. They do all types of stuff.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But it could be going towards something more long lasting, something you can.
Also, people do it for like that little push, like encouragement, like that little. I don't know what you could say that for, like. Basically, like, just to uplift themselves, like, like young girls with the whole 18, like, not having boobs, like, they'll save up and they'll get it done.
But it's a difference. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's a difference when it's like just bringing out you as a person. It's like, okay.
In between that, it's mostly they wanted to do that because it's like, okay, they're making fun of me because I don't have this, that, and the third.
Yeah, I mean, it could kind of go both ways. It's like you have to find that happy medium. But for me, I feel like, as long as you love yourself and you doing these things for the right reasons, and it's not to catch a check, it's not to be popular, or it's not to get the attention of a person who couldn't like you because you didn't have a butt. Like, who are you? We have to find out, like, why. There has to be a reason why. Like, why is it that, you would consider at 21. Because they're looking at the
other person.
I mean, but everyone has their own life to live. Everyone has their own.
But that's the thing. It's like, in this generation, it's not a lot of followers. It's not a lot of leaders. It's a lot of followers at this point.
And, well.
Especially with kids now, too. Like, YouTube and what they seeing, and they want to be like this, they want to do that because they see the other person doing it.
It's true, but I just feel like there should always be like a person that you could, get an honest opinion from. Like if my friend was to say, I want to get my body done, like, and I'd be like, all right, why? And if you could give me a valid reason why, and it's not because, I just want to be like, one of those girls, and I'll just be like, do you know what it is to be one of those girls? Do you know?
You don't know what they're going through.
Do you know, like, when it's time for them to, like, put up bottles and, be the bottle girl, like, what men are saying to them or how they touching them, or, like, you don't know what that lifestyle is like until you're in it. So you can't make that adjustment to yourself just because, I just want to be the it girl, because it takes a lot to be the it girl. I just wanted to share this topic with you because we did speak about it before, and I just wanted to make sure, like, that you always do it for the right reasons. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was really fun talking to Chanel and being open about a lot of things. We hope that you find a way to find peace within yourself, physically and mentally. And, stay tuned for our next episode. Like, subscribe, and share our channel, and we'll be back.